Welcome to the Postgraduate Research Training Resources, published by AGILE Research Limited. My name is Sandra Mandic, and I'm the author of these videos and the Compass Guide books for beginners and postgraduate students. These materials have been designed to help you navigate the research process smoothly and successfully complete your research project. Buckle up and enjoy the learning journey. This short video provides guidelines for writing up research methods, which is one of the key sections of a research report. Research methods describe who and what was involved in research, where and when the research was conducted, and how the research was conducted. Research questions or objectives, and sometimes also research methods, are informed by literature review and identified knowledge gaps. The chosen research method should be appropriate for answering the research question. Let's look at the specific components of the research methods section. This section should provide information on research questions, study design, the setting where the research was conducted, and study participants, if applicable. This section also describes research procedures, equipment use, research interventions or comparisons, if applicable, and details about how data were analyzed. Plan the details of your data analysis when you're planning your research project. If your research involves people, you will also need to take into account the time required to obtain ethical approval and recruit research participants. In that case, methods section should also include information about ethical approval and procedures used for obtaining informed consent from human participants. If you're a research student, it is a good idea to discuss with your research supervisor specific factors that you need to consider when designing your research methods. You need to ensure that you're able to answer your research question and complete your research project on time. Research methods are usually described in text. To make your research report stand out, take on a challenge to present your research methods visually. You know your research the best. Think about how you could communicate your research methods or study design to readers in a table, figure, or a diagram format. Design something that your readers could easily understand in 30 to 60 seconds. An example presented on this slide uses a table format to show an overview of different groups of study participants and data collection procedures used in a particular research project. From this table, a reader can easily see which research data were collected in which participants. This slide shows an example of a figure or diagram presenting a study design for a hypothetical study. In this example, all participants completed a baseline or pre-intervention assessment. After that, participants were randomly assigned to one of the three study groups, two different groups that received interventions, and a third group that did not receive either of the study interventions and therefore served as a control group. Following the intervention period, all research participants completed a follow-up or post-intervention assessment. A research methods section for this study would need to include a clear description of the study design, as well as the detailed description of the interventions used in this study to enable others to replicate it. Consider outcome measures and measurement procedures used in your research project, and try to present them in a visual format if you think that that would be helpful to your reader. Your readers will appreciate it. Take on a challenge. Here are some tips for writing up research methods section. Chosen research methods should be appropriate for answering your research question. This is essential. Work closely with your research team or research supervisor on developing your research methods. The methods section should be written clearly and succinctly. It should include all relevant information about how your research was done and why the research was done in a particular way. In principle, the methods section should provide sufficient detail to allow the reader to replicate your study. Every research study is different, and therefore research methods sections vary across studies. Regardless of your research topic, you should follow guidelines for writing up research methods in your field or scientific discipline. Keep writing your research methods section as you plan your research project. Writing will help you clarify your thoughts. It will also provide the opportunity for others to offer their feedback. Keep in mind that other factors, including constraints related to availability of research funding, equipment, or available time, will have influence on the final choice of research methods for your project. Finally, putting together your research methods and writing them up is like putting together a puzzle. Once every piece of the puzzle is in its place, the puzzle is complete. But the pieces of the puzzle do not fall in their place all at once. The same will happen to your research methods. Be patient. For more guidance, refer to the Compass Guide research training books for beginners and postgraduate students. Both books are available for purchase on AGILE Research website. If you found this video helpful, please like it and share it with others. Check also my other videos on YouTube channel Compass Guide Research Training and sign up for AGILE Research newsletter to receive our updates. Happy learning!